Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Homeo Nuggets. So we have already discussed some part of the Gelsemium, that is like introductory part and guiding symptoms in the first part of the Gelsemium. Now in this second part of the Gelsemium, we are going to discuss about the mind and the particulars. So without wasting time, let's start. Mind, anticipation of any unusual ordeal when preparing for church, theatre, examination, court, public meeting, to meet engagement, etc., brings on diarrhea. It is a good remedy for the examination funk. So इसका मतलब क्या है, like anticipation of any unusual ordeal. Actually ordeal मतलब क्या रहता है, somewhere I have mentioned this. Yeah, so ordeal means difficult experiences. For what? For the church, theatre, examination, court, public meeting, to meet engagement, etc. Actually, I think this point was also mentioned in the remedy. Like, I think it is argentum nitricum. I think I'm not sure about this, but most probably it is same point is indicated in the argentum nitricum, brings on diarrhea, and it is a good remedy for the examination funk. There is a great nervousness, dread of appearing in public, stage fright, nervous to appear in examination. Thou he studied well, okay? Studied well. Then next, very excitable, irritable, sensitive, nervous with fear of death, and utter lack of courage to die, okay? Desires to be quiet, to be let alone, does not wish to speak or have anyone near her, even if the person be silent, okay? So introvert type remedy है यहाँ पे. Most of the symptoms वैसे ही mind के. Then elements from क्या है? Fear, fright, exciting and bad news, depressing emotions, sun, thunderstorm, damp weather, warm or cold, alcohol and the self abuse, okay? So we have done with the mind part, mind wala part. Then next is the particulars. So in case of particulars, first is the headache. So causation, headache, causations, heat of summer and fright, location, occipital headache begins on occiput and spreads over the whole head and lastly settle over the forehead and eyes. Sensation, dull, heavy headache with heaviness of eyelids, bruised sensation. There is a pain in temples extending to the ears. And before headache, dim vision or the blindness. Then next is the modalities. Aggravation from heat of sun and the summer. I think this aggravation is, we can see also in the remedy like natrum mur. Then amelioration, but the time is mentioned in the natrum mur, that is from 10 to 11 in the school going children's. So this is the difference between the headache of modalities, headache related to modalities of the Gelsemium and natmur. Here the time is not mentioned, okay? Not mentioned means it is not based on that time modality, but natmur is based on time modalities, okay? So amelioration by compression, lying down with head high and profuse urination. Then concomitants are not much important, okay? Then next is the eyes. Eyelids are heavy and consequently there is a ptosis. The patient can hardly open them, double vision, orbital neuralgia with contraction and twinging of muscles. Then next is the mouth. There is putrid taste, that is bad taste in the mouth. Tongue is thick coated, yellowish, trembling and paralyzed. Then next, throat, difficulty in swallowing, especially warm food. Post-diphtheritic paralysis, food and water regurgitate from the mouth and through the nose at every attempt to swallow. Then next is the heart, sensation as if it were necessary to keep in motion or else heart's action would cease. So this symptom we have already discussed in the guiding symptoms, okay? In the first part of the Gelsemium, the pulse is slow, soft and weak when quiet but greatly accelerated on motion. Then next is the diarrhea. Gelsemium has got purely nervous diarrhea. So the nervous diarrhea is also indicated in one of the remedy, that is, let me know in the comment section in which remedy the nervous diarrhea is have, which remedy have nervous diarrhea, okay? Then causation, emotional excitement, fright and bad news. Character of stool, involuntary, painless and cream colored. Then concomitants are thirstlessness, dullness, dizziness, drowsiness. Actually, we have discussed these 3D in the guiding symptoms, okay? Then next is the urine, profuse, clear, watery urine with chilliness and trembling and intermittent flow or retention of urine. Profuse urination relieves the headache. Fever, Gelsemium is indicated in any and every type of fever like intermittent, remittent, continuous fever. Any type of fever, Gelsemium is indicated. Intermittent fever, before chill, thirstless and nervous, chilly, especially along the spine, running up and down the back in rapid wave like succussions, from sacrum to occiput. Pulse is slow, soft, and comprehensible. So this, I think, yeah, this specifically chill, especially along the spine. This is very characteristic of the Gelsemium, which will be come in the MCQs or it may be asked in the Viva. Heat and sweat, long and exhausting with muscular soreness, great prostration and violent headache. Then next is the sensation. Okay, fine. I think it's double it. So intermittent fever. After that, there is an remittent fever. Okay. By mistake, this page is going to be reprint. Okay. So intermittent fever is that set only. So as we have seen that the Gelsemium is indicated in any and every type of fever, that is the intermittent fever, remittent fever or the continuous fever. So this is about the intermittent fever. Then next is the remittent fever. So causation is due to obviously heat of sun, warmth or cold. Onset is insidious, slow and gradual. During fever, there are dullness, dizziness and drowsiness accompanied with rigor, muscular weakness and desire for absolute rest, great heaviness of head and limbs. The tongue is trembling with complete absence of thirst. There is a severe headache which is relieved by profuse urination. The pulse is full and flowing. Stuporous condition may appear in late stage. After fever, there may be a paralysis of various group of muscles. Gelsemium has also proved prophylactic against the influenza. This is about the remittent fever. Then next is the paralysis. So this is very characteristic of the Gelsemium, and this paralysis is of the Gelsemium is asked for the 5 marks questions. Okay, and this is the most important particular that we have to write in the 20-mark question also. Okay, so Gelsemium is a great paralyzer. Character: the onset of paralysis is gradual. It produces a general state of paresis, mental and physical. Tremor is the keynote of this remedy. While the mind is absolutely sluggish, the whole body, particularly the muscular system, is relaxed. The limbs are too heavy and painful that the patient can hardly move them. There is a complete relaxation and prostration of the whole muscular system with entire motor paralysis, weakness and trembling of tongue, hands, legs, and entire body. Lack of muscular coordination is well marked, confused. Muscles refuse to obey the will. Locomotor ataxia, paraplegia are successfully treated by this great remedy. The same paratic, so this all these things, all these characters we already discussed in the guiding symptoms. Then the next is the same paratic coordination is present in eyelids causing ptosis and diplopia, in esophagus producing difficulty in swallowing, in the anus which remains relaxed and open. There is an hysterical dysphagia or aphonia, that is inability to speak, aphonia. Then for the post-diphtheric paralysis, the Gelsemium is an infallible remedy. In this case, there is a paratic condition of the esophagus and muscles of deglutition, so that when swallowing something, it does not go down but goes up into the nose through which it comes out. Okay, because वहाँ पे paralytic conditions हुए muscles के. Okay, after that modalities, the paralytic condition is aggravated by the damp weather before a thunderstorm, mental emotion, excitement, bad news, and when thinking of his elements. Then the last part of this remedy, that is the general modalities. So heat, damp weather, before a thunderstorm, mental emotion or excitement, bad news, tobacco smoking. Then when thinking of his elements at 10 a.m. Okay, so यहाँ पे एक है time modality. After that, amelioration is by profuse urination and continued motion. So that's it for this remedy. So it's very important remedy from the clinical point of view and for the exam point of view also. So if you go through this video for 2 to 3 times, it is more than enough to remember this all remedy for the 20-mark question. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching, and all the best for your exams, and like, share and subscribe my channel.